I'm going to tell y'all right at the beginning of the review of this Tien figure that this piece right here, this supposed Chaozu, is trash. And it's going to stay in the packaging. What the heck is up, you guys? Animated Heroes here, back with another action figure review, and this time we're going to be taking a look at the SH Figuarts Tien Shinhan from Dragon Ball Z, as you guys can see. So let's go ahead and get into it. Now, for the sexy packaging, I'm not the biggest fan of the color green, but I mean, hey, it fits Tien. So you got Tien Shinhan written right there along the side. It's window packaging, so you can see the figure inside. Looks pretty awesome. Close-up of the figure right there on the side, along with a bunch of close-up shots along this side. Nothing on this one. On the bottom, we got a close-up of his face, Tien Shinhan right there. Nothing on the top except for his yelling face. And then, of course, on the back, we got cool poses we can get him into, along with a useless piece right here and warning blah 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 at the bottom. So nothing much. It's cool. It's the same thing we're used to seeing. Nothing special, but that doesn't matter. The figure is what matters. So let's go ahead and get this guy out of the box. Now, straight out of the packaging, I gotta say that Tamashii Nations really did a good job with this figure. I dig it. But I also have to stand by what I said before about it feeling like once you've gotten a certain amount of Dragon Ball Z figures, they all start to feel the same. I'm not sure if it's just me or not, but it almost feels like I've got another Goku. And the reason I say that is because, I mean, it's not the same mold, don't get me wrong, but the pants, we've seen this with Goku. The arms, we've seen this with Goku. Torso, we've seen this with Goku. It's a new head, of course, and new shoes, but, I mean, I'm not nitpicking. Don't get me wrong. It's nothing bad about the figure, but it's just how it feels to me, and I'm going to try to make sure that I don't sound like I'm disappointed with the figure, but I'm just not all that excited by it. Normally, if it's a character I really dig from Dragon Ball Z, I will pre-order it from Japan, but I was in no hurry to get these guys, so I just ordered them from Toys in the Box. Shout out to my boys. But anyway, he looks cool, and I'm going to try to make sure I get that point across in this video. And I know that this figure is not going to disappoint. So with that said, let's go ahead and sit him back so I can show you guys how tall he stands. Now, to the top of his head, Tien stands right at 6 inches. As you guys can see, that's his exact height. So obviously he goes in scale with 6-inch figures. And of course I will be showing some size comparisons later with him along with the rest of the the humans from Dragon Ball Z. Now, articulation wise, Tien can look up about, and his head popped off. I don't think it comes off easy, but I was playing around with it. He looks up about that much, which is cool because the way his eyes are made with this face, it actually looks like he's looking up further. And of course, you can use a diaphragm joint to make him look up even further than that. He can look down about that much, but the way that his eyes are made with this face, it still looks like he's looking forward even when his head is tilted down. You can tilt it to the side, of course. The neck moves around however you want it to. His head's on a ball peg, so you can move it around however you want. He does have an awesome diaphragm joint, leans back about that much, forward that much. I dig that. Arms go out about that much. He does have a slight butterfly joint, not as good as I've seen, but it works. He does have a swivel right there, double jointed elbows. Hands are on a ball peg, so you can move them just about however you want, just hindered a little bit by this piece right here. Nothing much. And he does have a swivel in there. I want to say he has a waist swivel as well, not just a diaphragm joint. Let's see. Maybe it's because of the belt, but it feels like this guy probably would have a waist swivel. I'd have to take it apart and see, which I'm not going to do on the video. His legs go out about that much, and that's without me forcing it. I'm not going to force it. They go forward that much, which is awesome. He needs to be able to kick. Actually, they can go up even further. So, yeah, that's awesome. He needs to be able to do his volleyball attack, so I'm cool with that one. Back that much, I really dig that. That's just something I like. I don't know why. He does have double jointed knees, but I don't know. That just looks so ugly to me. I don't know. I'm not a fan of it, but I mean, it works. So, and it's a whole lot better than what it used to be. So I can go with it. This one actually is better than that one. I'll probably have to heat this one up a little bit. He does not have a swivel right there, but he has a swivel, built-in thigh swivel, which Looks like both of mine work. I usually get stiff ones, but that's cool. He does have ankle pivot, as you guys can see, which works well. Foot goes down that much, up that much, and he does have a toe hinge. And mine seems kind of stiff. Not going to force that either. So, yeah, articulation wise, nothing new, nothing out of the ordinary, but everything works, which is all that matters. So let's go ahead and check out his accessories. Now for accessories, Saitama does come with his normal face, as you guys can see, and a pair of fist hands, which every Dragon Ball Z figure should come with, as well as One Punch Man. He does come with, of course, his tri-beam hands, and I really hate the way they did this. Like, they have these separated as if this hand is supposed to plug into this one, and it does not. I mean, you can put this piece right here into the thumb, but I don't know. That just looks, on this one, that just looks terrible to me. It looks like macaroni. They should have just like glued these together, which is probably what I'm going to do because I don't like that. But anyway, that's another story. That's for his tri-beam. He comes with hands for, I don't remember what the name of this attack is. I want to say it's Dodon Ray. I don't really remember all of Tien's attacks, but yeah, I think it's the Dodo Ray or Dodon Ray, something like that. I've completely forgotten his attacks, so forgive me, y'all. I'm not a big Tien fan. He comes with a pair of blasting hands, which, of course, every Dragon Ball Z figure should come with. And then, last but not least, for hands, he comes with a pair of stylish gripping hands or ready-to-attack hands, which all of them are the same hands we've seen before, except for his tri-beam. And now, for his faces, he comes with a total of 3, and they all come on a stick. And it's pretty interesting. I really dig this one. He comes with a scared face. I like that they included that. This is the face he made when he fought Nappa, and I want to say it's right before he lost his arm. So the fact that they included this, I like that. He comes with a, oops, hit the deal. He comes with a smirking face, which this one is probably my favorite because, man, Tien with a grin, and then you've got the sculpted veins on there. That just looks nice. And Tien is a badass. He's just not one of my favorite characters from Dragon Ball Z. I honestly do feel like he should be the strongest human, though, but they decided to make it Krillin. And last but not least, he comes with a yelling power-up face, if that's what you want to call it, or the tri-beam yelling face. So, face sculpts, looks pretty nice. All of them are good. Not much shading on them, but I mean, they work, so it's fine with me. And of course, if you want to consider this an accessory, I consider it an extra piece of trash that he comes with. He comes with Chaosu, and this is, I don't like it. I just really don't like this because he's only made for the specific purpose of being put on Nappa's back. They should have gave him a pair of fist hands and made his legs and arms at least a little bit articulated because, I mean, that would have been awesome. Even if they would have made it be a little bit more expensive, I would have been happy with that. But this is a no-go for me. So, yeah. Now, for some size comparisons, here he is standing next to the SH Figuarts Yamcha, which I have realized that I like better, and the Figurized Krillin, which, I mean, he goes in scale with him, so it works for me. Next up, here he is standing next to the SH Figuarts Custom Time Patroller Trunks and the Super Saiyan 3 customized Goku with the normal head on the body. And as you guys can see, he is taller than both, but not nearly as much as he is supposed to be, because Tien is a very tall character, and Trunks is supposed to be not short, but I mean about 5'11". Tien's like 6'4", so yeah, not in scale the way he should be, but we should be used to that with SH Figuarts by now. Next up, here he is standing next to the 2.0 Scouter Vegeta and the SH Figuarts Nappa, and I think that knowing how tall Tien is supposed to be makes Nappa look like he's taller, and I don't know if that makes any sense. It probably doesn't, but I don't know. It's just this theory I have. But anyway, Vegeta is too tall. I've said that a million times, and I stand by it. Now, my final thoughts on this figure are that if you're a Dragon Ball Z fan, of course you need it. If you are a Dragon Ball Z completionist, of course you need it. But if you're just looking for a new figure to have fun and pose around, he might work for you, but for me, I'm just kind of like, I don't honestly believe I'm going to be having this guy in a whole lot of photos. He'll probably be a background character, if anything, at most. But if you just want him on your shelf, of course, pick him up. And if you like Dragon Ball Z, of course, pick him up. But I'm not big on it. Like I said, he's cool. He looks great. They captured him all the way. but I'm just not all there with the Dragon Ball Z line, and honestly, I'm not even collecting a lot of them anymore. I'm not getting Kid Goku, I'm not getting Master Roshi. I'm gonna get the new Goku just because I want the faces on it, and of course I'm getting Black Goku, but that's about it. I am gonna get Majin Vegeta, by the way, just because I want that outfit. But it's just a lot I'm not gonna get. I can say I'm probably not gonna get that Bulma. Who knows? Anyway, that's my review of him. Cool figure. If I had to score it, I'd say he's about a 9 out of 10. And the reason I say that is because he's perfect, man. There's nothing wrong with the figure. The accessories are decent, except for one, but we're not going to talk about that. He's great. I honestly think he will make a good addition to your shelf. And if you guys want him, pick him up. I want to say he goes for about 60 retail now. So get him before he goes up, because I feel like he probably will. Now, anyway, that's my review of him. Hope you guys liked it. If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. That always helps me out. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And of course, follow me on everything you see listed below. As always, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.